Wolf and Pretty. The wolf-man growled and bared his teeth and roared in scornful tones, "You're not my love, you'll never be, so please just go away." But Pretty didn't flinch a bit. She glowed with love and tears, till Wolfie sank his fangs in her and shook her by the throat. But still she had to love him, despite her human form, which sent him in a fury, and he savaged her some more, and tore her limbs and dug up earth and buried all her parts. That cheered him up. He trotted off to see his other girl, a half-wolf in his image, who made him feel at home. He married her and raised some cubs, and thought his life was made. But yet on Sunday evenings he went back to the grove where once he'd murdered Pretty, and sat above the mound beneath which lay her remnants, and mourned her non-wolf ways, and wished she'd reassemble to worship him once more. He knew that she was waiting, despite her sundered state, and if he said, "I love you," she'd magically return, and all would be forgotten, so they could kiss and join. But though he longed to see her and be her central aim, the words stayed put. He thought of them, but couldn't get them out. And so he came more often, soon every other night, to yearn for absent Pretty, and how she'd put him right. When years had passed, and still the phrase stayed stubbornly unsaid, he made a fresh decision to reconstruct her limbs, and though her separate pieces lay deep beneath the soil, her spirit rose and took the shape of Pretty way back then. But if he tried to hold her, his paw passed through her arm, and that just sent him madder, since he never could be sure if she'd come back to love him or he'd succumbed to ghosts. He strained to say, "I love you," to make her whole again. But no amount of effort could overcome his pride, and so he daily chased her through trees and over streams, but never could assuage his need for an embrace, till one day passing hunters found a wolfman in a field, who seemed like he'd been strangled by a wispy, flimsy scarf, and none of them imagined such fierceness died from love.